And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Silver Spurs Arena for tonight's East versus West matchup in the MASL as the Orlando SeaWolves host the team far out in the West, the San Diego Sockers. Welcome in, everyone. My name is Austin David, and we are just about ready to get started here. We'll bring you a little bit of pregame action in just a moment, but we will pause for the national anthem and the presenting of our colors. So we'll come back in just a moment as we get ready for kickoff here on this Thursday night here in a very windy Kissimmee, Florida. Stay tuned. Stick around. You're watching MASL TV. All right, folks. Welcome back here on MASL TV. The San Diego Sockers and the Orlando SeaWolves getting set to underway. Orlando, well, they're not doing too hot right now. Unfortunately, they have lost their last 5 in a row, basically since 2020, have lost every single game. Looking to find their form, though not probably the best team to do it against, though maybe the situation could be apropos. So with that, I say, San Diego's had some traveling. This is their 5th of 6 straight away games. They have just spent the last couple days out in Mexico playing Sonora, as well as the team farther south, Monterrey. And last night they flew from Sonora to Arizona and then flew all the way across country into Orlando, getting in just past midnight, and are now getting set to play a game to then rest for a day and then play another game out in Lakeland against the Florida Tropics, the best team in the Eastern Conference. So quite a journey that the San Diego Sockers have been on, hopefully coming to an end as we are underway. And talking to head coach Tom Traxler for the SeaWolves, he really admires the San Diego Sockers team. He said he used to watch them as a kid back in the 70s when they were indoor and outdoor legends of the game. So he really admires this team and thinks they're very special. We'll see how things go for Orlando tonight. As one thing he said is the admiration's there, but once you get on the field, it's all business. As here comes Luis Mota. Quick shot and an easy save. And starting in goal tonight, it's been almost a rotating situation for this Sockers team, as it's been Boris Pardo in certain instances, as, well, we have a goal. A very quick goal at that, and Orlando just caught sleeping a bit. I was just about to talk about their goalkeepers, and all of a sudden, San Diego has put it in the back of the net. So a very inauspicious start for Orlando. As less than ideal, just the ball quickly over the top, and, well, that was headed in by Jeff Michaud. So not sure who had the last touch for San Diego, but Michaud ended up hitting it in for an own goal, although no own goal is technically in the indoor game. Ball is popped over. Guy Ribeiro tries to get ahead on it and is unable to do so. Meanwhile, ball is back in and back underway. One missing piece as that one's put in the back of the net. Ryan Sandage has got his first MASL goal. Well, this has gotten off to a flying start for both sides, as Ryan Sandage has scored his first ever MASL goal in only his second ever game. So quite a start. Just a miscommunication in the back by San Diego. Quick turnover and capitalizing on it. So that is their first goal in over 60 minutes. So Ryan Sandage, an exciting moment for him. Fun story about Ryan. He only started playing indoor about 2 weeks ago. He is a career outdoor player and has a lot of experience playing outdoors. Just graduated from the University of West Florida a couple months ago. Finished his senior season back in December. As Orlando looking to capitalize on maybe some tired legs from the Sockers. They've played so many games in so little time. Maybe pressing them here early on can force some mistakes, as both teams have capitalized on mistakes to this point. So back into the midfield we go as San Diego has some possession now. Let's flick back, Gutierrez with it. I was saying earlier, Slavisa Ubi Peripovic not suited for tonight. He has played a number of games recently, so probably saving him for the weekend's matchup. San Diego has brought their full collection of players. Into the midfield now, cutting through past two defenders, almost making it past a third, is Hiram Ruiz. Now Michaud hits it over top. Rafa Tobias, who missed last game due to a groin injury, is back. Pressure coming from Orlando. Knockup for the second, almost. Unable to make it, and that's a foul on Nascimento as Escoto being held up. Rafa Tobias now back with it. He'll pull it back. Kevin Naranjo creates some space. Back for Nascimento. Waiting for it is Alex Tozer, who this is his first MASL game in quite a number of years. He was on the roster for the St. Louis Ambush over the last 2 or 3, and that's a very poor turnover by Tozer. Of course, the very famous last name, son of Keith Tozer, started his career in indoor, played for Cedar Rapids and the Milwaukee Wave, his father's former team. That one goes out of play. Back underway is a long ball, as Tozer just knocks it back very quickly. Long ball, Sandage takes a tumble. Ball is popped up and out of play, and it will be a Sockers free kick. We're back underway. Another missing piece for this Sockers team is, they call him Mr. Bond, Taylor Bond, not dressed for this game as well. Though I did see him roaming around the arena at some point, I believe. He's actually manning the door right now for the Sockers bench. Jeff Michaud has it, and he will pass it off for Kevin Naranjo. Michaud all the way to the opposite side for Eduardo Cruz. Pressure coming from Velez. Here's Cortez. Naranjo trying to run it down. It comes off. Here's Ryan Sandage again. Could he go for two? Instead, he lays it off. Guy Ribeiro, who also missed last game, is back in. He's got a chance in the middle, and San Diego quickly coming away. Here's De Oliveira. Failed to mention, with all the excitement going around, Arriaga. As Diego Arriaga is in goal for the Sockers tonight. As mentioning before, Boris Pardo and him have exchanged different times of playing. He's back underway for Hiram Ruiz. Down the line it goes. Here's Pfeffer. Or Piffer, excuse me. Velez back with it. Eduardo Velez. For Raimundo Contreras. Contreras trying to play it down the line. Off the wall. Collision and a turnover. Kevin Naranjo battling against the boards. Somehow comes away with it, and Orlando will have it back for Fernando Cortez. No numbers going forward, so Cortez will hold it and throw it in quickly for Dodo Lopez. Tobias, costly turnover there from Rafa, and back to San Diego. We sit 1-1 here with 8:43 left to go. Apologies for no clock. Unfortunately, we don't have the hookup to get the clock working. Escoto blasted over top. And with 8:34 to go, so we wait for the ball to come back into play. Cortez back with it. Will throw it downfield, looking for Rafa Tobias. It's popped up. Somehow misses the ad boards upstairs. Comes for Cerda. Down low now. Craig Childs battling down low. Escoto now. Childs knocked away. Tobias a bit too slow with the ball, and back again with San Diego. He's Cerda. Cerda gets past one in Dodo Lopez, but it comes back for Rafa Nascimento. Nascimento looking down for Naka. He's not going to get there in time, as holding it up now is Reza. Arriaga passes it away. Back for Arriaga. Pressure coming from Guy Ribeiro, and excellently done by San Diego, as now they've got a counterattack heading the opposite way. Escoto. Childs just off the boards. That is one that Craig Childs 9 times out of 10 will finish, and this is, well, that one that he didn't. Can't give a striker like that chance again. It's back for Tozer. As we mentioned, he's battled a lot of injuries in his career, Alex Tozer. He's struggled to find that consistency, but maybe with Orlando it could be the right opportunity for him, as incoming into the dancers comes the ball, and with 7:06 to go in the first quarter, we have our first time out. So it is 1-1 between the SeaWolves and Sockers. And we will come back here in just a bit. You're watching MASL TV. And we're just about ready to get back underway here. 7:06, 1-1 our score. My name's Austin David. You're watching the Orlando SeaWolves and San Diego Sockers here on MASL TV, live from the Silver Spurs Arena here in Kissimmee, Florida, where it is a windy night. Storms have been coming in from the northeast and has shut down part of the interstate because some construction has fallen. Jeff Michaud skies this one over as traffic is very heavy across all of Central Florida right now. Some cranes have actually fallen onto the interstate from what I've heard, and shut down parts of some exits. So dangerous weather conditions out here for Central Floridians tonight. San Diego puts it back underway as Arriaga plays it forward. As here comes the man, Craig Childs. Excuse me, that was Raimundo Raza. Childs not into the game as of right now. He's on the bench. Back into the midfield for Pino. Here's Pittman, passed it off. Here's Leonardo de Oliveira plays it forward and just missing. Somehow Reza puts it over top, right on the doorstep of goal, and just could not control it. Here's Fernando Cortez, who will throw it back under. Sandage off for Lopez. Lopez has it picked his pocket. And again, San Diego very comfortable with the ball, as they usually are. Usually play a lot more fast-paced and more attacking-minded, but with Sunday kind of in the aforementioned mirror being the bigger game on the schedule, this game, maybe they can just get a nice little warm-up for Sunday, though. Orlando is holding close with them. Dodo Lopez battling and will be called for the foul. Played forward, and Fernando Cortez able to grab it before it gets to Travis Pittman. Here's Jeff Michaud. Back for Rafa Tobias. We appreciate every one of those San Diego Sockers fans tuning in from the West Coast. Shout out to all the folks over on MASL Off the Wall. Here's Tozer. Chipped it up for Naka. He'll try and settle it down. And once again, San Diego, calm, cool, collected on the ball. Here's Contreras. Plays that out of the back. Tozer battling. Tozer goes down. Numbers in favor of the Sockers. Childs off the boards. Here comes Naka. Players down to tie a shoe. It's 1-on-3. Gui Ribeiro now. He'll play it down the line. Here's Naka. Tries it off the boards. Just misses. Right idea. Just going for that near post. And tripped up by Gui Ribeiro. And that was on the far side. Eduardo Velez, native of Tijuana, Mexico, going down. It's a very kind of different look for San Diego. Craig Childs, obviously the focal point of this attack, as well as Escoto, who is currently toying with Kevin Naranjo as he plays it forward. Kick save over by Fernando Cortez as the shot from Raimundo Reza right on target. Not enough power, though, as it was somewhat of a simple save. Just for Orlando's sake, probably needed to just close down the shot more than anything. So with 4:34 left, San Diego will have it. Palmed away and out, almost out of play. Sandage able to get ahead on it. Pittman now, as Gui Ribeiro tries to win the ball back, but Pittman able to play it back to his goalkeeper, Arriaga. Here is Diego Arriaga. He'll hold it and wait off for Contreras. Now here's Cesar Cerda. Played forward and taken down is Craig Childs, though Orlando does not agree with the call. So it'll be a restart from the yellow line as Craig Childs will set things up. Will fake to go quick and now will play it off. Here's Contreras. Back for Childs. Piffer now. Contreras again. Cerda. Contreras. Back for Contreras again. Saved. Follow up. Saved again. Fernando Cortez with the huge back-to-back saves. And you see Fernando Cortez is just incensed with his defense. Huge back-to-back plays for the Orlando keeper. We'll get another restart. Here's Ruiz. Played off. Shot saved again. Man keeps stopping shots. Fernando Cortez coming up big to keep this game level at 1. Escoto plays it off. Great little back heel. Pittman. Here it is again. De Oliveira chipped it in. And you expected it to happen eventually. Brandon Escoto, playmaker extraordinaire, gives San Diego the lead. to it. He pops it in. A lucky deflection as Shake, a.k.a. Rafa Tobias, ties the game at 2 with 1:57 to go in the game, in the first quarter. Excuse me. Getting ahead of myself as it is 2-2. Back and forth we go. Nice, simple counterattack, and didn't really think nothing of it. It was kind of a half-hearted counterattack opportunity that turned into a chance. As Tobias just kind of put his foot near the ball, and it poked it home. Hey, you'll take them as you get them. And Rafa Tobias, after missing the last game, he'll take that every day of the week. Believe that may have taken a deflection. He probably did take a deflection, though I do not have the replay in front of me to double check. So either way, goal counts the same. Ball passed off. Nascimento doing well to hold off. And getting it away. Here's Sandage. Sandage unable to get it. Here comes Guy Ribeiro, and it's poked away just in the nick of time by Piffer. Still a chance. Here's Guy Ribeiro. If he had turned, he could have fired, but instead he'll hold it up and keep Orlando with possession. Chipped back. Ribeiro unable to hold off. Ribeiro goes down. Still battling on the boards for the ball right at the same spot. Now it's Tozer with it. He'll get him off for Sandage. Here's Kevin Naranjo. Back for Eduardo Cruz. It's back for Kaufman now, and Naranjo. 32 seconds to go. Kaufman just kind of trips over the ball, trying to get it for Cruz, unable to do so. 24 seconds and counting. Back for Tozer. Tozer plays it down, popped up in the air. Kaufman comes out of nowhere to take the ball away. Here's Naka off the boards, looking for the far side, no one there. 12 seconds. Cruz. Come back for Childs, he'll hold it. Tries the shot from distance, not too far off. And with 2.3 seconds, it'll be a restart for the SeaWolves. And this looks like we'll just get a quick restart, and that will be the quarter. Orlando and San Diego trading goals early on as it is 2-2 after the first 15 minutes. Not a bad first half from Orlando, as San Diego, you got to think, will turn it on later on in the game. But until now, Orlando will revel in the fact that they are in this one comfortably. So we'll take a break. We'll come back here in about 2 minutes for the second quarter between Orlando and San Diego. Stay tuned. And as we get back here underway, we get ready for action in the second quarter between San Diego and Orlando. For those of you that don't know, the official MASL podcast is available on MASLsoccer.com, Apple Podcasts, and now on Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Google Podcasts. So we're back underway. Make sure you subscribe today. Let us know you have any questions. Send a tweet at MASL Arena on Twitter with the hashtag AskTheMASL. Ball with Mashad, Dodo Lopez. Good outlet for Cruz. Eduardo Cruz cutting inside. Hooks far side for Luis Mota, who had his impressive streak of goals snapped in the last game when the SeaWolves were shut out 7-0. He had scored in every single game from December 21st up until the end of January. Eduardo Cruz leaves it off for Mashad as somehow he gets free. As Mashad unable to make things happen. Lopez tries the drive, and it pops back out for Naka. Mota currently the SeaWolves' leading scorer and point getter for the season. Played most of his indoor career, actually, as a defender. Played for the Syracuse Silver Knights back in the day. Played for the St. Louis Ambush as well. Played right around the same time Slavisa Ubi Peripovic was with Syracuse. Mashad tries to play it through, and it's intercepted. Here's Escoto. Nascimento sliding challenge to break up the counterattack. Still back with it is Leo. De Oliveira now with Escoto has it poked away, and Ryan Sandage will be called for the foul. Not sure what happened. It was right at the boards, right in front of the Orlando bench. So now the door is open. Escoto is back up, much to the relief of soccer's fans everywhere. Back underway as Escoto heads to the bench for a moment. Here's Piffer now. Right through, it's off the wall and grabbed by Fernando Cortez just barely. Cesar Romero right at the doorstep. Couldn't get a good hit on it. And Cortez disrupted it enough to at least knock it off the boards and grab it himself. Great back heel there from Kevin Naranjo. Now here comes Tozer. Ribeiro off the wall. Back the counterattack the other way. Broken up by Ribeiro. Sandage is waiting for it. Naranjo can't get it to him. And so they'll keep it back and play with possession. Tell you what, Alex Tozer has looked decent in his first game back in MASL in quite a few years. Almost looked like he's never missed a beat. He was actually coaching high school in Milwaukee most recently, and get a few good touches in there. Rodrigo Kaufman able to hold up play, at least for the moment. Loses possession, though. Cesar plays it back for Arriaga. Reza now. Arriaga with numbers closing for the SeaWolves. Kaufman trying to put pressure on. Arriaga chipping it. So here's Gutierrez looking forward. Popped up in the air by Pittman. It's knocked away for the moment. Back to Childs and Reza. Now for those Sockers fans who are seeing Orlando's field for the first time, it's a parking lot from what players have described it to me. It's one of the biggest in MASL. One of the longest and the most you have to run. A far cry from what San Diego has been playing on the last couple days, and that one's poked home by Christian Gutierrez. Orlando unable to clear their lines, and Gutierrez is just right there waiting for it. And the Sockers have back the lead at 3-2 with 11:22 left to go. Well, not a bad start for Orlando, but that's another one of those plays that Tom Straxa will be infuriated with, because Orlando had the chance to just clear their lines, get things out of the way, but they were unable to do so. And now Orlando will be playing back from a deficit again. Pressure coming from Naka. He wins the ball back, trying to play it forward, and it's just popped up and right in. Here's Arriaga now back with it. Players moving downfield for San Diego. Now pressure coming from Orlando. This is what you want to see if you're San Diego. You try and catch this SeaWolves team out after they're pressing. And San Diego just does an excellent job of holding possession and knowing where each of their teammates are. That one's played down. Here's Leo. Back now for Velez. Lopez overruns it, and Velez will maintain possession. Back for Velez. Pass from Ruiz. Back heel. And it will come for Fernando Cortez almost harmlessly. Now Orlando will look to do something with it. Nascimento will let it run. And it's just over. And I believe our head referee is giving it to Orlando. So Orlando will have possession right at the midfield line as Sockers will retreat back into a more defensive shell. A shot off for Cruz. Eduardo Cruz creates some space for himself. Gets it off for Tobias. Alpha unable to turn as he'll get it back for Kevin Naranjo. Oh, Dudu Cruz trying the back heel, and it's intercepted. It's the thing with those flicks. If they work, it's great. Fantastic play. Great heads-up play. And if it doesn't work, what a terrible judgment. Yada, yada, yada. But sometimes in this game, you got to take risks. We've seen both teams try some back heel flicks. So here's Escoto back with it now. Fakes the back heel flick and just applies it back out. Pino now. Trying to cut it, and Eduardo Cruz comes away with it. Here comes Ryan Sandage. He's away. Sandage, and he get a second. He cuts back his defender. Arriaga throws him off. Excellent goalkeeping by Arriaga to just disrupt Ryan Sandage. It was almost a deer in headlights moment for Ryan. He saw the goal and tried to round the keeper. Probably would have been better off just going for the shot, knowing that numbers were closing in. It's often in those moments where you just overthink things. You say, what can I do? How can I get past him? Sometimes just taking a shot is the best thing to do in that instance. And we'll hope Ryan doesn't rue that chance. Now it's with Cortez. It's Fernando. Off for Naka. Naka's got some space. He'll fire just off the wall. Cleaning it up is Mashad. Kaufman kind of getting in the way of his own teammate, but Orlando will have it. Nascimento, poor touch to recover, and he'll knock it down for Kaufman. And Kaufman, very heavy touch, and that's a turnover. Here is Escoto now. Dodo Lopez, great work defensively, and now Jeff Mashad with it. Just misplay it, and he'll come back for Arriaga. Down the line it goes. Cerda. Quickly for Craig Childs, and it'll come back fairly harmlessly for Cortez as he looks for numbers. Tries to pick his head up. That one's going to hit. Oh, no, just misses. That's going to be a foul on Contreras, so Orlando will have the free kick, but Fernando Cortez's throw almost hit the light stanchion hanging quite precariously low in this arena. It is very much a hazard for any goalkeeper on this side of the field where Cortez is, as you're very likely to hit it. But fortunately for Fernando, he did not, and ended up being a free kick for Orlando. And that one, goalkeeper to goalkeeper. Arriaga, quickly played. Takes a deflection, goes out, and it will be Orlando's free kick, but with 6:55 left to go, we will go ahead and take a quick break as both teams will head to the benches for a timeout. 3-2 San Diego, our score. Stick around and stay tuned as we approach halftime. You're watching MASL Soccer on MASL TV on YouTube here from the Silver Spurs Arena in Kissimmee, Florida. And back underway here. Alex Tozer with the step over will play it back. It's Cruz now back again. Fernando Cortez trying to get players to come up to get the ball. Luis Mota tries to play it down off the wall, and it's going to be intercepted. Reza now. So Orlando trying to get into a defensive shape. They're going to be caught out instead. Childs just misses as Cortez has now rounded his defender and tries to play it forward. He is out, and it will be a free kick coming for San Diego as Rafa Tobias commits the foul. SeaWolves a bit of 6s and 7s there as Cortez came out and just started dribbling. He is prone to do that in some instances, as he is very adept with his feet for a goalkeeper. Of course, in indoor, you kind of have to be. It is almost a requirement. But he almost acts as the sixth attacker during the fourth quarter, which is why over the last about 7 or 8 games, even when Orlando's out of it and they're trying to get back in, they'll just play him as a sixth attacker. A very adept goalkeeper who has made some big saves already in this game. Shot is over and into the west section of the stands. So with 6:04 left, we'll have a quick stoppage and we'll wait for the ball. So both teams on the road their next games, both playing on Sunday. Orlando heads back to Baltimore, a team they just lost to 7-0, and that one's going to be a foul quickly called on Contreras on the far side. This will be their 4th time that Orlando and Baltimore play each other this season. Orlando, their only win of the season came against Baltimore here back in December on the 22nd. Although Baltimore, a very tricky place to play if you're not used to it, especially how small and how confined that field is. Meanwhile, San Diego, a battle of 2 giants in the league right now on Sunday as Florida will take them on. As here's another chance, J.C. Henson, as Gui Ribeiro plays it. Tries to center it off. That one's off the wall. Henson able to hold up. He's knocked off the ball, and now here comes San Diego. Played forward. Now it's Velez. He'll hold up and tries to keep the attack going, but excellent footwork. I believe that was by Ruiz. It was able to keep things alive. Tozer knocks it away. Been fairly impressed with Alex Tozer in his first game back in quite a while. As mentioned before, he's battled some injuries, but he looks good out there. He looks like he belongs on the field with this team. Of course, Orlando signed him just a few days ago. Really hasn't had too much time to practice with his teammates as well. Now here's an open chance. Poked away as Cortez was the one who had eventually able to knock it away. And again, Cortez just yelling at his teammates, trying to close things down. That was too wide open for San Diego. As we have just been told, our video feed has gone down, so we're working to remedy that. There is a question mark on your screen if you are watching, so we'll get that fixed up here in just a second. Thanks to the folks on social media for letting. 4:23 left to go in this one, and San Diego leads it 3-2. It'll be a corner kick for San Diego, with Escoto taking it. I'll over-describe things until we get our video feedback. Childs takes a shot, it's saved, knocked away for the moment. Saved by Cortez. Here's Leo now at top of the box. He'll play it back. So we have our video feedback. Shout out to our crew at Simple Thought Productions for handling each and every emergency. It's knocked away, and that's going to be a foul. And limping off the field is Hiram Ruiz. Back with it again. Here's Romero. Knocked away by Naranjo. Kevin being pulled away from the ball. Nothing called. Somehow. That's going to be a blue card on Kevin Naranjo. Cesar Seda just talking with him, but Cesar Romero is down as our video feed has gone out again. Oh, it is up. We've got the trainers coming back out. As it was a clattering challenge for Naranjo, but it seemed like he got ball first. Well, either way, the call stands Naranjo into the penalty box, and Orlando will be down a man for 2 minutes. 3:43 left, so not much time after the penalty kill if they're able to kill it off in this half. As Kevin arguing his case, but, well, that never works, unfortunately. No VAR, no checks, usually no overturning of the call. And so Naranjo will have to serve his 2 minutes, unless San Diego can end things quickly and score right now as Cortez saves. Escoto. Back now. Shot blocked by Michaud. It was Ruiz with the shot. Michaud with a quick block. Escoto looking far post for Childs. Headed up and over by Tozer. And it will be a top of the arc. It'll be Childs with 1:40 left in this penalty kill. And as we shall see what Childs does. Plays it off. Shot. It's going to be blocked, I believe, either by Cruz or Tozer. Really could have gone off either with both on the wall. Shot by Childs again off the wall. Again, San Diego holding form. Escoto on the near side. Played back here. Leo. Closed down as Ruiz has it now. Back for Leo. Leo shot. Blocked up in the air. And it was Nascimento who had the original block. That one blocked by Cruz. Michaud now back with it. Is quickly turned over, and a foul will be called as Mashad gets taken down, as I believe that was Velez who was called for the foul. 54 seconds left in this penalty kill. And we'll have a timeout. 2:37 left to go in this first half, second quarter. Sockers leading 3-2, as both teams now will talk things over. While we have a moment, we just kind of fill things in as this game is gone. Taylor Bond, as well as Silvisa Ubi Peripovic, as well as Piri Ortega. Many of the more notable names not playing tonight for San Diego, though they do still have the man who made MSL Team of the Week and Player of the Week this past week, Craig Childs. Of course, Ubi Peripovic currently leading the team in goals. Also of note, Boris Pardo, the goalkeeper, currently leading in the stats for San Diego, not playing tonight. It is Diego Arriaga. So 54 seconds on the Naranjo penalty kill. 2:37 left to go in this first half. Still sitting at 3-2 in favor of the visiting San Diego Sockers. Once again, my name is Austin David here from the Silver Spurs Arena in Kissimmee, Florida. Bringing you all the action here on MASL TV. Ball played forward. Tobias unable to maintain it. And now Orlando maybe putting too many numbers forward with still a man down. Will luckily have that ball back as Leo unable to control it. Kills a few precious seconds off the penalty clock. Ball popped up. And again, Orlando able to kill things off. Could get a shorty here. Mashad tries the shot. Still in the area. Taken down, and that's a free kick for Orlando with 24 seconds left on the penalty clock. Jeff Mashad making things happen for Orlando, as somehow he was able to get the ball, get free, and could have had a shorty on his hands if he had gotten the shot right, but managed to follow it up and earn the free kick. Let's see what Orlando decides to do with just 24 seconds on the penalty clock. It'd be huge for this team if they were able to pull this out. Quickly taken, and not great execution by Orlando as they turn things over. Pushing forward is Leo, but holding things down is Mashad. Cortez smartly plays it forward. Tobias is just sitting there. And with 10 seconds left, Eduardo Cruz, he's taken down in the box, nothing called. It is a call, and it's a blue card. And what a chance for Orlando with 3 seconds left in the penalty clock. I believe Orlando will have a penalty themselves. Possibly from the spot. We'll see where the refs decide to mark it. What a turn of events this could be right as the halftime approaches. 1:46 left. Eduardo Cruz somehow getting past the defender. I believe it was Velez who took him down in the box. Well, let's see what the refs decide to give. So Velez goes into the box for 2 minutes. So will Orlando, I believe they're just going to get a top of the box. No penalty instead. As I'm not sure the rationale behind this, but we'll see. Oh, no, it will be. Yep. It will be inside the box, though not a penalty. Well, we're still conferring with the referees, still trying to figure things out. So Orlando will have a free kick. Both teams down a man, but only for 3 seconds, as Orlando will be back to full strength in a moment. Orlando, they're upset that they didn't get a penalty out of it. So we back underway. Tobias tries to play it through. Plays it back for Naka. Blocked and off the window. Orlando back to full strength now, as it'll go from one penalty kill to another, is now San Diego forced to defend. Here's Orlando now, Eduardo Cruz. Heavy touch, and Naranjo is caught. Here comes San Diego. They could get a shorty themselves now. Played back, and luckily Mashad able to keep that away, at least for the moment. Foul is called with 1:12. Players on the soccer side calling for a dive, as Pittman made the diving motion. 1:25 in this penalty clock, and 1:07 left to go in the game, at least for this first half. And Orlando, they're not often up on the power play, so they kind of look a little bit disorganized right now, just trying to find their footing. A little back and forth with Mashad. Mashad tries the shot. Naka is there on the follow-up. He misses. Orlando with possession still, though. And that will come back, and now Arriaga will hold it. 37 seconds. Quickly thrown. Cerda. Contreras now. Here's a chance. Could be a shorthanded goal. No, it's going to be off the wall. 21 seconds in this first half. 3-2 still our score. Despite Orlando getting a good chance. Just about 2 minutes left. Here's Cruz now. 8, 7, 6. Just the follow-up by Naranjo is missed. And that will do it for the first half. Orlando squanders their chance to get one up a man. And unfortunately for the SeaWolves, they'll head into the locker room down just one, though it could have been a bit more. Fernando Cortez coming up huge with some big saves down the stretch, but Orlando probably ruining a few of their chances. Ryan Sandage, who scored the first goal of the game, his first ever MASL goal, was unable to capitalize on his second as he found himself on a breakaway. Either way, we sit at 3-2. Still a manageable score for both teams. We'll see how they come out in the second half. You're watching MASL TV here at the Silver Spurs Arena in Kissimmee. And welcome back here to the Silver Spurs Arena as we're getting ready to start the second half. San Diego Soccer still leading 3-2. This clock is underway. There's still 10 seconds left on the previous power play, which is about to be broken up. As now it has been released, Velez is back on the field, back to even strength for both teams, and second half can really get underway now. Ball's out of play. Here's Fernando Cortez. Play things forward, and that one goes out of play again. Back-to-back out of plays. Here's Reza. Back for Guerrero Pino. For those Sockers fans watching this stream, welcome and thanks for tuning in. Headed away by Mashad. Interesting note, the Florida Tropics are here. Two of the coaching staff sitting right at midfield just about, taking a look at their opponents for Sunday as, oh, here comes a run from Pino. Intercepted by Cruz. And another attack broken up. Ball all the way back. Thrown by Arriaga. Pittman going forward. He's going to fall for Gutierrez. Nascimento able to defend away. Sandage has his pocket picked. Shot off the boards and skips off to the other side. That was a shot by Piffer. And now comes Orlando. Here's Naranjo. He plays it through. Somehow it gets through. Sandage unable to receive the pass. And now again, San Diego able to break. Knocked away by Mashad. It's Jeff. He's got an outlet in Sandage. He's just sitting down there at the end. Ribeiro is going to run it down. He's unable to get to it. And another chance just missed by Orlando. Sandage was just sitting there wide open. Lopez, right at midfield, passes it back for Cruz. Pressure coming from Romero. Naka plays it back. 12:18 to go in this third quarter. 3-2 still our score. Ribero's sitting downfield, chested down by Arriaga. He comes back, and again, an excellent job by San Diego, just staying calm under pressure. Arriaga plays it. It's intercepted. Here's Naka, poked away just as he's able to get possession. Back for Arriaga, and Arriaga, big step forward and turns the ball over. Here's Mashad now. It's intercepted. Back the other way it goes. Here comes San Diego on the counterattack. Played back, popped up in the air, thrown down, and it's going to be missed off the wall again. Frenetic passage of play for this Sockers team, as now Orlando's gotten into a defensive shell. Shot from distance is off the top of the board. Taken by Kaufman, and Kaufman, he'll have a chance to run under it. Can't maintain control as Kaufman loses. Shot, Childs, goal. Off the Kaufman turnover, Craig Childs is just sitting there waiting for the ball to get to him, and all he has to do is direct it into goal. He had a chance like that earlier in the first quarter where he missed, and I said 9 times out of 10 he'll finish that, and well, he proves me to be right. As now it is 4-2 San Diego. Well, Craig Childs, ever the danger man in front of goal. As I believe that is his 13th goal on the season, adding to his impressive resume thus far for San Diego. Now he's tied for Ubi Parapovic for the team leading goals. And it could be another opportunity for San Diego. Nascimento, now Sandage battling. Eventually coming away with it is San Diego. Now here, it's Piffer. Leo. Looking down, it's going to be in the back of the net as Ryan Sandage, well, not the brace he was looking for as he scores one for himself, but now a goal for the Sockers. So not an own goal since that doesn't count in MASL. We'll have to see who had the last touch when it comes to the Sockers side. Again, just good holding of possession by San Diego, creating that opportunity. It's really not closing down, as I believe that goal will go to Leo de Oliveira. He was the one who tried to pass it in, and Sandage diving in for the knock away ends up knocking it into his own net. So 5-2. As Orlando has gone from 1 down to 3 down in just a matter of 2 or 3 minutes. Orlando really needs to get their offense going. Better than they were in last game where they were shut out 7-0 by the Baltimore Blast, but considering they were going into halftime just down 1, it's almost a disappointment to be down 3. Barely 5 minutes gone. Let's say it'd be the quality of San Diego starting to show, but really it's almost self-inflicted wounds from this Orlando SeaWolves team that has done them in thus far in the third quarter. Down the line off the boards. Tozer battling. Tozer commits the foul. Cesar Romero, the aggrieved party. Tozer's still arguing, and he's not happy with the call. So Tozer and Naranjo will set up the wall. Blocked by Naranjo. Sandage putting pressure on, forces it back for Arriaga. Pino is holding firm at the midfield line. Good pass through. Defense bit sleeping on Orlando's side. Rivera now pushing forward. Cerda back for Arriaga. Ribeiro now retreating. Quick touch by Velez, back for Arriaga. Cerda. Again for Arriaga, just back and forth they go. No real pressure coming from Orlando as only Ribeiro is out into the front. And now the quick attack here from San Diego. Pushing forward, shot off the board. Back heel from Ribeiro. Pulled back by Naranjo as his pocket is picked right at the moment he was trying to push forward. Tozer stepping in. Tozer, Ribeiro now battling, and still Velez with the ball. Chipped forward, looking for Childs. Diving forward is Naranjo, and Naranjo knocks it right back for Childs, who knocks it through the legs of Fernando Cortez, and now the rout is starting to get on as San Diego's opened up a 6-2 lead over the Orlando SeaWolves. Just a bit too aggressive on Naranjo's party because you knock the ball away, there's no one covering for you, and that left Childs wide open. As soon as Naranjo won that ball, Childs was unmarked, no one in his area code. All he had to do was beat Fernando Cortez, and he went through the 5-hole. After a half-decent start for Orlando, maintaining this game here with San Diego, it's somewhat fallen apart. Mashad tries the back heel flick, and again, it's an Orlando turnover. 3 Orlando players trying to win the ball back. Lopez eventually does and gets it back for Cortez. Nascimento. Rafa pushes it forward, looking far, and that will be Arriaga's ball. Thrown down here is Scoto. Contreras. Ruiz now back for Arriaga. Down the line it goes, off the wall. Battling with it now is Leo. Played forward, off the opposite side. Leo's right there with it, and eventually it'll be Fernando Cortez to grab the ball. And now trying to start the counter, and it's immediately broken up, and nothing comes of it. Rafa Tobias sitting on the far end, trying to battle on the boards. Comes away with it for a moment. Escoto eventually wins it back for San Diego. Here's Leo now, back. It's back with Arriaga again. Down the field it goes, chested down and knocked back. Here's Cortez. Plays it back for Mashad. Here's Jeff again. Cortez trying to call some numbers forward, waiting for something, and he's caught out. It's a good read by Leo. Luckily, Cortez able to get back, but now counterattack coming. Here's San Diego again, and it's saved by Cortez. Travis Pittman, he really should have just one-timed it and instead tried to be cute with it. Cortez was able to get back in time, and that's a wasted opportunity. The Sockers bench is furious. Pittman really should have put that one away, and he tried to just be a little bit too cute with it. And luckily for Orlando, it's not 7-2. Still remains 6-2 with 5:30 to go in this third quarter. It's Nascimento now. Back for Cortez at the yellow line. Lopez cutting through the midfield. Looking far for Ribeiro. Ribeiro trying to out-muscle his defender. Unable to do so. Still battling on the boards. Just getting it away. Somehow is Leo still loose. Mashad blasts it. Top bins Jeff Mashad. And finally, Orlando gets on the score sheet in this second half, forcing the turnover as Luis Mota knocks it right to Jeff Mashad. And I've said it before, I'll say it again, he only scores bangers. Jeff Mashad right into the top corner of the net. And Orlando back within 3. Lopez originally causing it. Knocks it right from Mashad, and that is some picture-perfect strike from Jeff Mashad right off the volley. As it was Luis Mota who knocked it up in the air off the Rodolfo Lopez turnover. Boy, you can't hit it any cleaner. Feel free to go back and watch that on replay again and again and again. Well, we'll take a break as Orlando and San Diego do. 6-3 our score with 4:59 to go. Stay tuned. We'll be back here in just a minute. Well, just spent the last 2 minutes watching that Jeff Michaud volley, and I can't get enough of it. Need more of it, though, for Orlando's sake if they are to come back in this one, 6-3, with just under 5 minutes to go in this third quarter. Of course, both teams will be playing again this weekend. San Diego with less amount of distance to travel. All they have to do is drive about half an hour down the road from this stadium right here over to Lakeland and the RP Funding Center to play the Florida Tropics. Meanwhile, Orlando, they fly out tomorrow morning, or Saturday morning, shall I say, to head off to Baltimore to play the Blast for the 4th time this season. Sandage stepping in. He's pushed down, and that's going to be a foul on Pino. Alex Tozer just plays it off for Cortez. Down the line for Tobias. Able to chest it down. Rafa. Off for Naranjo, now Nascimento. Nascimento knocks it up. Sandage actually, it hit off the hand of Raimundo Reza. And now coming the other way is San Diego. Sure-time volley is off the bottom of the crossbar. And they'll call, it looks like they'll call a blue card back for an earlier foul, I believe. We'll have to see what the call is here. Blue card is shown. Question is to who? And that's going to be a yellow now. Who goes into the box? It's going to be Nascimento. And the question is, what is happening? It's actually going to be Michaud and Nascimento. Yellow card for one and a blue card for the other. So a blue card for Nascimento, and Michaud gets a yellow for whatever reason. I am not sure what just happened, so I will have to go back and check the replay. So it looks like Nascimento committed a foul on the counterattack, which is why he got the blue card after the fact. For Michaud's sake, though, I'm not 100% sure. Because Jeff was on the bench, so it must have been a dissent of some sort. So Orlando will play down a man for 2, but we'll be missing Jeff Michaud, one of the more prominent attackers, for 5. So that'll bleed over into the fourth quarter, and with 3:46 to go, we'll get things back underway. So they restarted back at the original foul. So here's Leo. Swings it around as now Orlando have to try and break up another counterattack. Power play. As Naka unable to run it down. Back again is San Diego. Here's Escoto. Back for Leo. Sitting down is Childs, looking for the hat trick. Escoto back. Leo, shot, blocked. That was Naranjo with the block. Just got his feet on it. And Childs mishits that one. Ball played down. Childs able to control it right back to his goalkeeper, Arriaga. Under a minute with this power play kill for Orlando. They have 54 seconds. 2:35 left to go in the third quarter. Childs sitting down, leaves it off for Escoto, who blasts it over the top. Great setup by Craig Childs. say a $100 setup with a 10-cent finish. I believe that's the term of phrase. Either way, Orlando's ball. As Fernando Cortez, with 44 seconds left to kill off, will throw things down. And that's going to be a foul. Contreras knocks down Tobias. Not an easy man to knock down. The veteran Brazilian midfielder who's played for clubs, more famous clubs like Botafogo, Fluminense. That one's knocked back. So we see our first appearance of the night for, I believe it, yeah, it's Abdullah Al-Zubaydi, the native of Baghdad, Iraq. He has come into the game for the first time tonight. Childs intercepted by Cruz, and Cruz will just boot it downfield. That just goes out of play. Craig Elston over there needs a better pair of hands. He's out there tweeting for the Sockers. Knocked downfield, and there is the penalty release for Orlando. Downfield it goes. Orlando caught on the changeover, and Cruz just has to knock it out. Well, both teams unhappy about whatever is being called. Cruz says it tipped over. San Diego saying otherwise, and the rest will go Orlando's way. As we are a minute 33 away from finishing off the quarter. 6-3 our score. Orlando has scored 1 in this quarter, and San Diego has scored 3 to double up the lead. Sandage off the volley, just off the wall. Not a bad effort. Ryan Sandage has really kind of come into his own in this game, despite that own goal that he scored. And now Orlando caught out on the counterattack. Shot missed. Pressure as Pittman misses the shot. That's knocked out of play, and Orlando's free kick with a minute 10. Travis Pittman has had 2 good opportunities in this game to score one and put them farther ahead, but has been unable to finish things off. Sandage able to touch that down. And, well, here comes Travis Pittman, as I mentioned him. Nice little roulette. Plays it off the wall. Cerda, Pittman. Far side back for Pittman. Tries the little scoop over. Pittman's really tried to get into his bag of tricks this game, and unfortunately for him, has not gotten one to fall through. As Pittman drives this one, he just lifts off, and that one goes way out of play. I've seen highlights of Travis Pittman before, and well, this is just not his day today. Down the line it goes, popped up into the air. Rodrigo Kaufman tries to get underneath it, and he'll commit the foul. 22.8 seconds left here in this third quarter. Minute 37 left on Jeff Michaud's yellow card. So that'll carry over into the fourth quarter, but Orlando will still have Michaud back as long as they can hold things up here. Foul is committed by Tozer, and a blue card for Tozer, Alex Tozer. Leo is down in some pain. Tozer, I don't think he feels like he committed the foul, and well, we'll have to check the film on that one. It was a tough angle for the ref to see. From that angle, it probably looked like it was a challenge from behind. We'll have to double check and see. In real time, I saw a little differently. Nope, that just tripped him up on the legs, didn't get any ball, so Tozer into the box for 2. 17.5 seconds left in this third quarter, and again, Orlando will have to kill off this penalty. So Craig Childs will set up on the ball. Childs blasts it Oh, what a strike from Craig Childs. And that completes the hat trick in some style. Craig Childs, the reigning MASL Player of the Week. Whew, what a strike for number 37. A crafty veteran, absolutely blasting it. Fernando Cortez, not the tallest goalkeeper in the world. In fact, he's only listed at 5'8", so probably smart to go high and shoot quick. You get it on target, you score a banger, and Craig Childs does just that. Releases the penalty for Orlando, but 7-3 is our score now. So, yeah, what a strike from Craig Childs right into the top corner. And so we get back underway as Rafa Tobias will kick things off, 16 seconds. SeaWolves looking for a quick attack. Tobias leaves it off for Cruz. Cruz shot, takes a deflection. Handball says all of Orlando, nothing given, and the quarter will end. That was probably too close of a call. It was a bang-bang play. Refs probably weren't able to see it in full. I certainly didn't. Certainly looked like it took a deflection of some sort, but it didn't look like it was coming off of a hand, maybe a face, if anything. And so the third quarter comes to an end with that. 15 minutes away from a potential San Diego Sockers victory. But if Orlando has anything to say about that, they will put up the good fight and try and claw their way back. They have been in this game in spurts throughout, but we will see how they come out. Jeff Machad's still in the box for another minute 15. We'll take a quick break, come back for the fourth quarter between Orlando and San Diego. You're watching MASL TV here from the Silver Spurs Arena in Kissimmee. All right, ready to go as the fourth quarter is underway. Jeff Machad still in the box serving his yellow card, but Orlando back to full strength thanks to quite a strike from Craig Childs to finish out his hat trick, 3 on the evening for him. Rodolfo Lopez plays it back as it's Fernando Cortez. Tozer, heavy touch, plays it back. Pressure coming from San Diego now. Dodo Lopez able to get away for the moment. and knocked down his cruise, and not happy about it is his opposite number. Reza just picks up the ball in a bit of frustration, but it's Orlando's free kick. Down for Rafa Tobias. Just quickly intercepted, stepping right into it. As I believe that's Emmanuel Aguirre, who hasn't really played all that much in this game. 23 seconds to go in Jeff Michaud's penalty. We'll see what he brings back to the floor for Orlando. Arriaga. Played back by Aguirre. Arriaga stepping through and getting past Rafa Tobias, and right back for Arriaga. Here's Serda back for Arriaga again. And Jeff Michaud, his penalty's done. Here is Naka. He just could not get to it. So we'll wait for the next stoppage, and Jeff Michaud will head in. Arriaga, great little fake. Could spring the counterattack, and he does. Here comes Travis Pittman. Pittman strikes it and misses. Going for glory there. He had a man sitting far post. Probably could have been an easy tap-in if he just fed it through. Instead, it'll be San Diego's possession, as they will hold things to form. Pittman holds up. Intercepted. Ribeiro plays it forward for Naka. Naka can't control it. Ribeiro still running with it. Hasn't been a stoppage in play to get Jeff Michaud back in the game. There's Leo. Velez back for Arriaga again. Not much pressure coming from this Orlando front line, and almost losing themselves defensively. As Leo is just sitting at the other end. Tozer now on him. Alex Tozer with a bit of extracurricular activity. Gets away with it. Played forward now. Here's Reza. Reza battling with Ribeiro and Nascimento. Nascimento goes down. Reza pulling him along. Nothing called from any of the refs. That goes out of play, and I'll have a chance to switch things up now. Chested down by Kaufman. Tozer was asking for a card for impeding the free kick start. Nothing given. That one goes out of play. 11:43 left to go in this fourth quarter. Orlando still trailing by 4, 7-3. That one's knocked down. No defense back for Orlando outside of Nascimento. Now everyone's tracking back. That could have been disastrous for Orlando. Turnover again. Here's Pino. Pino now stepping through, knocked away by Kaufman. Now Nascimento winning the ball back. Nascimento, he's got numbers forward. Sandage is running on his opposite side. He goes for the shot. It's off the wall, and Sandage has overrun it. Good idea in theory, but Sandage was just running too far. If Nascimento had gotten that shot off a little bit earlier, could have fallen right into the path of Ryan Sandage, and he could have had his second goal of the night. Instead, we play on. Escoto going against Nascimento. He plays it down the wall. Piffer. It's loose. Comes out for Cortez. No outlet for Fernando, as it's right back for San Diego again, as Orlando just in a defensive shell that they don't seem to be able to get out of right now. They just have no outlet striker. There's really no one on this roster that is a target striker by trade. Rafa Tobias, one of the closest things, Guy Ribeiro who is not in the game right now, is also more or less a target striker, but he's coming off of injury. He's not 100%. And Rodrigo Kaufman has been filling in here and there. As finally Jeff Michaud has come out of the penalty box. Shot blocked by Nascimento. Escoto playing back. Al-Zubaydi going for the challenge on Contreras. It's back for Escoto again. Reza. Held up by Gutierrez. Childs tries the one-touch pass and ends up hitting it off of himself. A rare whiff for the veteran. Cruz stepping forward now. Still inching his way forward. Faking to his right, going to his left. Naka is there. Tobias can't stab it home. Sitting on the back post. He was right there and wide open. He just could not get his body forward enough. And now Jeff Michaud is finally back into the game. Now well rested. And immediately goes for the fake. Takes the shot, saved. First real save to the ground for Arriaga. A lot of saves have been right into his chest. That one's the first one he's really had to go to ground to save. And immediately Michaud, costly error. And Cortez playing it with his feet instead of grabbing it with his hands. Either way, got it away. Still with Escoto though. Here's Michaud. Michaud riding the challenge. He trips up. Not a foul because actually Michaud tripped over himself before he was taken out, quote unquote. Oh, and that's megged underneath the legs of Michaud off the wall. As frenetic play continues, step over, shot saved by Cortez. As Travis Pittman just cannot buy anything on the score sheet tonight. That went right off the wall. And now Cortez, like I said, he acts as a bit of a sixth attacker. He'll be fouled right at midfield, and it'll be a free kick for Orlando right at the 8-minute mark. 7-3 still our score. Ribeiro holds things up, plays it off the wall for Cortez. Nascimento with it. Here's Fernando. He'll take a few steps in. He's not afraid to shoot from there. And it's stabbed home by Guy Ribeiro. It's an assist for Fernando Cortez as basically the sixth attacker comes up big as Guy Ribeiro has scored his first MASL goal. And that will lead into our timeout. 7:37 on the clock, and Orlando is down 3. We'll be back here in just a minute. Guy Ribeiro, his first MASL goal, cuts it to 3. 7-4 our score. And we are back underway as Guy Ribeiro's first MASL strike has made it 7-4. Still plenty of time for Orlando if they can get things going offensively. However, this could put a sink in things. Luckily, Luis Mota able to hold things up, at least for the moment. Still back with San Diego. Great little turn. The shot is saved by Cortez, blocked away by Naka, as that was a shot by Leo. Back underway here. It's Cortez. We saw just a minute ago. He's not afraid to get up into the attack. So he's plenty open. Cruz will get it to him. He's got space and time. He'll push forward. Cruz drives it. Saved on the doorstep. It's there for Henson. He can't put it away. Tobias now. He can't quite get there. It's popped up. It's popped over the glass, I believe. Yes, it was. Over the glass, then back in. And Orlando will have a free kick right over at the corner flag with 6:34 to go. What a chance for Orlando. Shot from Cruz, blocked away. Ended up in a mass of bodies. Big save from Arriaga. Chipped back post. Tobias tries the volley and doesn't miss by much. In fact, it was on its weaker foot as well. Tried it with the left. From my angle, I wasn't sure if it took a bounce off the carpet or if it just missed straight over. Though I believe it took a bounce, at least from the trajectory of the ball. Quickly back underway for San Diego as Arriaga will have it. Played for Aguirre. Forward now, Leo. Intercepted by Machad. Come back for Cortez. Machad popped up in the air. Lopez gets underneath it. Henson now with it. Orlando. And Henson turns it over. It's unlucky for JC, who's still looking for his first goal with Orlando. Hasn't scored an MASL goal since he was with Tacoma, back when they were with the Seattle Impact. That's chested down. Henson able to head it back for Cortez. Thrown down for Machad. Jeff will let it right off the wall. Ribeiro. Bit of confidence now for Guy. Off the wall. Followed up off the top. Somehow Luis Mota does not put that one away. Could have made it a 2-goal game with just 5 to go. Machad leaves it off for Cruz. Saved by Arriaga. Oh, and that's a foul from Kevin Naranjo is down. It's a 2-on-2 break, and Eduardo Cruz somehow comes away with the ball. It will be a blue card, I believe, called on Kevin Naranjo, and probably the right call. Naranjo trying to break up the counterattack and instead comes away with a heavy hit to himself. And I believe him and I think that's Escoto on the far side just collided. So now Naranjo will head into the box for 2. And again, Orlando will be forced to kill off the penalty. And Naranjo, well, he didn't know that he was blue carded, so a bit of a shock to him. So just when things started to look like they were getting good and starting to work for Orlando, it's broken up immediately with a 2-minute blue card. And, well, now Orlando will have to defend for another 2 and really cut into the time they have to try and score and pull this one closer. That is unless San Diego scores on this 2-minute power play. Here is Escoto. Childs. Played down, back for Craig. Escoto, Craig playing a little 1-2. Down opposite side. Leo passes, saved by Cortez. Fernando got to go quick. He gets it off for Jeff. Chipped forward. Tobias will chest it down. Orlando passes it back. With Orlando having Cortez as a sixth attacker, it's basically even strength right now. Oh, and that's a turnover for Cortez. He'll track back and manages to get back in time before San Diego is able to do anything. But Leo leave it off for Escoto, and they'll be back into their formation with 55 seconds to go in the penalty kill. Craig Childs off Escoto. Tries to pass it. It's blocked by Rafa Tobias. Played through, off. Somehow, Eduardo Velez does not finish off the chance. I think he just hit it into the near post right in front of him. Childs still with it now. Mashad battling. He's got the chance. Mashad saved by Arriaga. Just gets his foot underneath it. Takedown. Mashad again off the wall. Right off the top. And Mashad with two golden opportunities. Escoto takes down Tobias. So Rafa is down 13 seconds on Kevin Naranjo's penalty. Orlando calling for a blue card. Tobias and Escoto hug it out and laugh. So no harm done there. Tobias just a little bit of turf on his elbow, if anything. And meanwhile, Cruz and Nascimento just having a chat with the ref. So they'll put it back into play. Two golden opportunities from Jeff Mashad as maybe he looks to go for it again. Thinks better of it. Tobias tries the back heel. And easily read by Jeff Mashad. Running, sprinting is Contreras. Almost gets the better of that one. Takes an awkward bounce off the wall. You'll see that. Cortez, he's got the space. He'll take it. Off for Cruz. Here is Dudu. Cuts inside. Trying to find an angle with his right. Defender knows better and closes it off. Now with Cortez. At this rate, Cortez just got to try and bomb his way forward a little bit. It's a bit of a soft pass from Fernando. Tozer able to win the ball back for Orlando, but he's called for the foul. So we will have a yellow card to Alex Tozer now, as his night is going to be done since he'll spend the rest of the night in the box. Just a bit of frustration from Alex. Thought he won the ball cleanly. Was called for the foul, and so he'll spend the rest of the night, and by rest of the night I mean another minute and 41 seconds in the box. Orlando will still have numbers, as it was a yellow, not a blue. And with a minute 30, this looks to be it. Oh, a rare mistake from Diego Arriaga as he blasts that one straight out of bounds. Minute 26. Still time for Orlando to at least find one more, maybe two. But they've got to get a shot off at the very least. Play has been stopped as Tozer still chatting with the referee. As meanwhile, on the bench, Rafa Nascimento being checked by our EMTs for possible concussion. As that ball did hit quite hard. Hopefully he is okay. We'll get an update for you as they seem to be finished checking him. So Orlando will restart things. A minute 21. Tobias holding up play. Plays it down for Lopez. Lopez able to get it in. Naka can't finish it off. Come back for Cruz. Tobias played forward and Naka scores. With a minute 6 to go, Orlando's cut it to 2. A collapsing of bodies. Just able to knock it in is Luis Mota. As he finally finds his goal. But Orlando not out of it yet. Only down 2. As it was actually Escoto with the heavy touch forced a turnover. It was bit of a confusion there as both Eduardo Cruz and Rafa Tobias went to strike the ball. Tobias ended up just passing the ball away. As we are back underway. But Luis Mota able to finish it off. His first goal since proposing to his girlfriend on this field. Kendra Haig, shout out to her. Shot is missed. We're under a minute to go. To Escoto. Can he make up for it? He does. In style. Brandon Escoto, after giving up the goal on one end, he finds the back of the net on the other, and that all but put away the Orlando SeaWolves. As with 41 seconds, it is now 8-5. A lot of positives that Orlando can take from this game. Keeping up with one of the best teams in the West, although a bit of a weakened one to this point. Luis Mota quickly. The entire Sockers team chasing him. Knocked away to Escoto. Cruz. Mashad. Mashad's still with it. Mashad blasts. It's deflected. Mota. Follow up again. Mota can't finish it off. Tobias chests it down. 10 seconds to go, and Orlando has got to at least put a shot on target again. They do. Naka can't finish it off. It's grabbed by Arriaga, thrown down the other end, and that will do it. And it got interesting towards the end. Orlando made it a 2-goal game, but Brandon Escoto, finishes off the Orlando SeaWolves, though Orlando can be very proud of their efforts tonight. They kept it interesting throughout, but just could not get over the hump, as now they will travel to Baltimore on Sunday, though they might be without Luis Mota, who has come up limping heavily on the other side. We will keep an eye on that one. In the meantime, Orlando travels to Baltimore on Sunday. San Diego just up the road to Lakeland on Sunday. Both of those games, of course, will be streamed over on MASL TV. And so with that ends tonight. Orlando falls 8-5 over the San Diego Sockers. A decent outing for the SeaWolves, just could not find enough consistency to make things happen. But a lot to build on heading into Sunday. So we will see what both teams do for their matches coming up this weekend. Until then, my name is Austin David. Thank you very much for joining us here on MASL TV from the Silver Spurs Arena. Final score, San Diego 8, Orlando SeaWolves 5. Thanks again.